Okay, we are now ready for another flight. This is an Airbus A320. We are on runway 07, Chennai International. This is 07. This is 07 this way. That is 70 magnetic heading. And the reciprocal of that is 25. 180 plus 70 to 50. So this runway is called 0725. And Chennai has a cross runway 1230 that is up there. This is the terminal building. You can see the planes parked there at the aero bridge. This, I believe, is the Trisulam Hill close by. Before we get back to the flight deck or the cockpit, let us look at the control surfaces. This is the radar that gives the yaw motion. These are the elevators. This is pitch up, this is pitch down. And these are the ailerons that allow you to bank or roll. These are the flaps actuated by the lever inside. When you land, it will be all the way folded down. And for takeoff, you will have it in position 1. Okay, we are now inside the cockpit or the flight deck. This is a brand new A320. We have previously looked at Boeing 737. Boeing and Airbus have significantly different philosophies. Even the flight controls are different. Principally, you have a yoke or a control column for Boeing, while Airbus is having this side stick. Pitch and roll motions are controlled by the side stick, while the yaw motion is controlled by the rudder pedals. Right. This is pitch up, this is pitch down, roll right, roll left, rudder right, rudder left. This is an autopilot cutoff button. This is what we call normally autopilot, but it is a master control panel where all flight parameters are input and controlled. This is called the PFD, primary flight display, and this is ND, that is navigation display. We'll look at that in more detail. These are duplicated, captain side, first officer side. These are the engine parameters and other indicators. These two are the flight management system. This is the MCDU, where you put in all your flight parameters. And this is the radio stack, where you put in your communication and navigation frequencies, etc. These two wheels are the trim wheels used for pitch up or pitch down. This is the flap lever. This is the parking brake. This lever is for landing gear lowering in case it doesn't get automatically lowered. This is the spoiler or the speed brake. Now we will look at section by section in detail. This is the master control panel, in common language called the autopilot. For a flight to be efficiently controlled, it has to fly at an altitude. It has to fly in some direction, which is called heading, and it has to fly at some particular speed. So what we are trying to accomplish here is to set those parameters and control them. What you see here is altitude window. What you see here is the altitude window. This is in 1000 and in hundreds. This is the vertical speed control. We are now set for 1100 feet per minute positive climb. Here there are two ways to control. One is called the selected mode, other one is called the managed mode. In the managed mode, the flight management system will control. In the selected mode, to give your input parameters. So we will select the heading. This is the heading. We'll select the heading or the runway heading, which is 71. Now runway heading is 71. I have set 71. Speed we will set around 220. Below 10,000 feet, we limit the speed to 250 knots. 1 knot is approximately 1.8 kilometers. So here again, we go to the selected mode and set the speed. Now we have set the speed to 220 knots. So we have set the vertical speed. We have set the altitude to climb for this flight. We have set the heading, which is the runway heading, which is 71 magnetic. And we have set the speed to 220. And we have set them all to the selected mode. This is autopilot engagement button. You can see autopilot 1, autopilot 2. For auto land, you use both autopilots. Auto land in the sense when you have more or less zero visibility, you use both autopilot. But for our flight in clear weather now in Chennai, I will be using one of the autopilots. This is the auto throttle which controls the speed. This is the flight director button, which is very important. And this is the ILS engagement along with approach button. This panel here is for the display setting. You can set the display. For example, this is now 40 nautical miles, the range. And this is 180 nautical miles. This one gives the various views of the navigation display. Now for landing, this will be the display we'll be using for the landing. Now we look at the PFD, that is primary flight display and navigation display in detail. What you see here, blue is the sky. What you see, brown is the earth. And this represents the plane. These are the pitch angle. This is 10 degree, this is 5 degree. Takeoff, you'll be pitching up about 10 to 15 degrees. This again indicates the heading, which is 071. These are the annunciators. This is the altitude tape. You can see the altitude is set 3,300, which we have done in the MCP. And this shows the altitude, the current position. This is the vertical speed tape. These are the roll or bank angles. This is 60 degree, this is 30 degrees. This tape is the indicated airspeed. When we are taking off, you watch this primary flight display. You will see the speed climbing, altitude climbing, vertical speed up, and we will be pitching up to take off. The navigation display, this is the plane. What you see here is the plane. And this is the heading, which is 071, which we have set, which is the runway heading of runway 07 of Chennai. And these are the various distances. And you can see the route map from start to destination when you enter into the flight management system. These are the engine parameters. And one is the fan speed, the fan in the front, and the turbine which is driving that fan. And this is EGT, exhaust gas temperature. N2 is the speed of the high pressure compressor and high pressure turbine, and fuel flow. These are the flap positions. Below here is the fuel pumps and the hydraulic system. Going down, This is the flight management system feeding the flight management computer, and this is called MCDU, Master Control Display Unit, where you will put in all your parameters. We use this keypad for keying in the data. Now for flight plan, which is now set VOMM. VOMM is the ICO code for Chennai. And we will enter the ILS frequency, which is Instrument Landing System radio frequency, which will allow the plane to capture the center line and the vertical glide profile touchdown exactly at the touchdown point. Now for Chennai 07 runway, this is 1110.30. So we will set this 1110.30. There are so many other things which we will cover some other time. Now further down, this is the radio stack. Now we have set this ILS frequency to 1110.30. This is the thrust lever, which for takeoff you will be setting at flex, FLX, or toggle. You will be setting at for takeoff. Now this is the thrust. Now this is the thrust lever pedestal. Now for takeoff, we will be setting this at flex or toggle. That is to go around. And during climb, we will be reducing the thrust to climb. These two pitch trim wheels assist the plane pitching up and pitching down. These are the engine masters. Engine 2 for the right side, engine 1 is the left side, and this is the starter knob. This is the flap position. This is the maximum for landing, and this is the position for takeoff. It will be displayed on the display unit above. This is spoiler of the speed brake. This is a parking brake. When we are ready for takeoff, we'll release this. And this one for the gravity lowering of the landing gear, just in case it doesn't automatically get deployed. Now a quick view of the overhead panel. Most of the things are preset and not much need to be done during the course of the flight, unless in case of emergencies. This is our familiar seat belt. These are the light switches. This is for air conditioning, for adjusting the air conditioning. These are the electrical DC-AC bus, hydraulic pumps, and these are the fire suppressant switches. APU is the engine on the back of the plane, which gives the power when the plane is on ground. These are all preset, so nothing much need to be done. And that was a quick tour of this cockpit. These are different from Y, which we have seen previously.